G'day folks, Wild Man here. I'm in southeast Queensland at the moment and I am currently hanging out with a highly venomous snake here in Australia. Now this is an eastern brown. It's actually number 2 in regards to venom toxicity in the entire world as far as land snakes are concerned. Now this is a relatively small eastern brown, okay? They do get a lot bigger. They can get up around like 6 or 7 foot, and when they're that big, they're absolute tanks. Now this guy here, very small, very skittish snake. It's starting to warm up in the sun. It's about 34-degree day here. So as this snake warms up, it's going to get a lot faster, and probably being out in the hot sun, get a little bit more agitated. Now, I am definitely on high alert here, because if I get bitten by this snake, there's some bad things that can happen. Now the main type of toxin in the venom of this snake, you've got neurotoxins and hemotoxins, okay? The neurotoxic venom actually affects your synapses, the little electrical impulses that get sent to your brain to tell your arms and legs to do things. Even you, at the back end of your brain controls all of that. So if you get bitten by this bad boy, you're probably going to crap your pants straight off the gate, but that's got nothing to do with the venom. That's just because it is a very stressful situation. The hemotoxin that these guys possess is actually an anticoagulant, so it thins your blood. So you'll be doing something, what we call the Ebola shuffle. You'll be bleeding out of all orifices and doing the old steady Eddie going down the street, you know, with all blood pouring out your eyes and your ears. Be no good. The venom does work quite quickly too. You get loss of consciousness quite quickly. If a big snake bites you, a big one of these bad boys, and pumps a heap of venom in, you're in for a bit of strife. Now we'll talk about snake bite first aid just quickly. We'll talk about snake bite first aid. Just want to make sure this guy doesn't go anywhere. If you get bitten by a venomous snake in Australia, no one's going to drop dead unless you have an allergic reaction to some of the toxins in the venom, and then you can go into anaphylaxis. All right, you have there we go. He's getting a bit active now, you can see, ladies and gentlemen. You will have respiratory failure, okay? Just gathering my thoughts here while I watch this snake. Now, to those watching at home, this may look like a dangerous activity, and I'll tell you right now, it is a dangerous activity, ladies and gentlemen, but I am a trained professional and I would not recommend anyone handle a snake like this, all right? Most definitely do not under any circumstances try to replicate what I'm doing here. These snakes are lightning fast, and if they bite you, you are going to hospital, and you're not just going to get a little bit of antivenom and go home. That's not how it works. You will have significant issues. Oh, you puck it up then. You will have significant issues. If this snake bites you, you can have long-term organ damage from getting bitten by this snake, all right? And we're going to try and stay around behind him here. You got a little bit too close for comfort there. My bumhole's twitching like a rabbit's nose at the moment. So anyway, back to snake bite first aid. Now, if you get bitten by one of these bad boys, all you need to do, put a bandage on, immobilise the limb, put on a splint if you can, and get yourself off to hospital, okay, as quick as possible. It's the PIT technique, pressure immobilisation, all right? Pressure immobilisation. Oh, just got him there. Oh, nearly got away. Pressure immobilisation technique, ladies and gentlemen, and you will be fine. You'll be right as rain. But what I'm going to do with this snake now, it's warming up. It's warming up a lot. So I'm going to come over here. Come on, you cheeky bugger. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to grab this bad boy, and we're going to go and put him away. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the eastern brown snake. Second most venomous land snake on the planet, and far out. I reckon I'm not going to have a coffee for 4 days, because I am wide awake right now. Woohoo! And before we end this, I will just say it's kind of fitting doing a doing a bit of a wildlife talk. It's backing up off the hook here. Doing a bit of a wildlife talk today because it is Steve Irwin's birthday today, ladies and gentlemen. The 22nd of February, Steve Irwin's birthday, and yeah, I'm definitely very thankful that I'll get the opportunity to work with wildlife, especially wildlife that is quite often vilified. You know, they don't have the best reputation, the old snakes, and it is very. Oh yeah, that's why I had that hook upside down there, ladies and gents. See, the snake now can only go so close. He can't get around and get me because the hook is on top there. He can strike all he likes, he's never going to get me, okay? But anyway, ladies and gents, yeah, snakes aren't out to get you. If you go into this guy's backyard and start mucking around with him, he's going to make you have a real bad day. But if you leave these snakes be, they will just bugger off. They'll go and do their own thing, all right? So leave it up to the professionals. Don't try and grab one like what I'm doing, because you will have a bad day. You will end up in hospital. You will have severe issues if you get bitten by a highly venomous snake here in Australia. All right, if you don't know what it is, you just assume that it's venomous and you ring a snake catcher and you let one of us look after it for you. Anyway, this one's going to go back in and chill out a little bit, and I'm going to go and try and reduce my heart rate to under 400 beats a minute. You.